That was not a very good hockey game. Yes, the result is good. Yes, you're happy with the way things turned out. But for the actual hockey being played, it was not very pretty. Good thing is, as far as the Avs are concerned, it doesn't matter how pretty it is. Avs win over the St. Louis Blues 2-1.
Oh my goodness gracious! Wasn't in time! Score! Justice is served!
This game was a sloppy mess from the get-go, and this is for both teams. It wasn't just the Avs, it was just a bunch of loose, squirrely pucks all over the place all game long, and to a certain extent, that makes sense, because this is a back-to-back for both teams. Now, the first period was the worst of it, by a long shot. As the game went on, the Avs would settle in and get closer back to what we would expect from them, but it was up for grabs in the first period, anyone's game, and the Avs had Philip Grubauer in net while the Blues were playing their backup Ville Husso, so you gotta like the way things looked going into this game for the Avalanche. Halfway through the first period, not quite as good. He'd given up a significant number of shots to the Blues, and the Avs had not generated that many quality opportunities. Now, with that being said, the quality opportunities would come. The Avs would generate them in bunches at 5-on-5 in this game, but credit to Ville Husso. He played quite well and managed to keep them off the scoreboard for a long while. The other part of this game was special teams. The Avs special teams were awful. After a great performance the other night, the power play was non-existent, and the PK at times was even worse. We'll get to that in a second, though, because first, it doesn't matter who's in net, it doesn't matter how tough at an angle it is, Nathan MacKinnon just finds a way right now. Taves is the first back to a dumped-in puck, and he gets it quickly up the ice to Gabe Landeskog with a snap of the puck to create a 3-on-2 as Rantanen beats his man up the near wall. An odd man rush with the top line is always scary for the opposing team. MacKinnon walks in on this one, picks out Ville Husso's shoulder on the near side, or rather the far side for us, on his short side, and just beats him. He's just good. You want to know what separates a team at the top of the division compared to one fighting for a playoff spot? A lot of it is Nathan MacKinnon. It's that simple. So the Avs take the 1-0 lead in a mess of a period, and it's starting to look like they might just get out of this sloppy one up 1-0 after the first, but no, they end up taking a penalty. Look, Landy punched a dude in his face. At least he got his money's worth, so you got that going for you, I guess. Unfortunately, the Avs PK is probably the worst I've seen all season. The power play is about to expire for St. Louis. The Avs have already failed to clear the puck multiple times, and the 4 skaters currently out there are exhausted. It's just a bad PK all the way around. The Blues work the puck around the perimeter before throwing a puck in net, and it's just scramble chaos in front. 2 Blues in there, 3 Avs players in there, and a third Blue coming in Ryan O'Reilly. The Avs can't find the puck. O'Reilly gets an initial whack at it that does not go in, as you see bodies just start to flop all over the ice, including Graves, including Grubauer, including Taves, but somehow O'Reilly finds the puck, shoots it through all that mass of humanity, and it just goes in the net. Still not entirely sure how that puck found its way through, but the Avs play they deserve to get scored on pretty squarely, even if that technically wasn't on the PK. And that was the end of the first. 1-1 tied up with 40 minutes to go. The rest of this game was quite a bit of a slog. The first period was sloppy, the last 2 were just slow. It took forever, particularly to get through the second period. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. The Avs outshot St. Louis 12-6 in the period. They got the better of the high-danger chances. The Avs were playing like the better team. It just wasn't that entertaining. A myriad of penalties through the first part of the second period also slowed things down quite a bit, with neither team capitalizing, so that did not help either, but nothing gets done in the second period, and you move into the third period where it's more of the same. The third period was at least more even, both teams fighting back and forth. St. Louis obviously quite desperate here, as Arizona did win, so St. Louis now starting to fall out of that playoff spot a little bit. They were hungry to find that next goal, to find 2 points that they desperately needed, but Philip Grubauer played great. Another goaltending shine for the Avalanche. The guy is legitimately top 3. I'd argue top 2 in the Vezina conversation. And this game kind of just trundled along by the halfway mark of the third period. It honestly felt like both teams were playing a little bit for the single point and overtime, not too concerned about it. They would nearly get there, too, but MacK and Makar would show up with, yes, talent, but also luck. 50 seconds to go in this game. It is not OT. Don't know what's going on with the score graphic there, but ignore that. Nathan MacKinnon on the breakout for the Avs is going to get up and dump it in. Unusual for him, but the Avs make it work as Mikko sneaks in and gets a piece of the puck to create a little bit of chaos in the offensive zone. As it comes back down, Mikko is able to, again, just continue to create enough chaos that a short, weak chip off the boards doesn't work, and Makar is able to collect at the blue line. From there, it's nothing special. Makar, with the one pump fake, gets the defender to commit going the wrong direction as he can sidestep around to find a shooting lane, and he doesn't even really find the shooting lane. Gets it past the body, but the stick comes out and gets a deflection on this puck, which is exactly what the puck needed as it just flutters into the net. And it's kind of funny. That's how these types of games tend to end, with something silly, not an all-out skill play, as we've seen both goaltenders playing great. Instead, a fluky redirect that a goalie gets beat by, and one team pays the price. The Avs find a way to win 2-1. They sweep the series against the Blues, and everything is great right now. They're on a 14-game point streak. They're now 4 points ahead of Vegas in the standings, even if Vegas does have a game in hand that guarantees the Avs are ahead. Things are great. I don't know how else to say it. The Avs look great. That is the end of this game video review. Thank you for watching. Head on over to thednvr.com to check out more of our content. I am Rudo, and the new setup, still a work in progress. We're getting there, though.
Avalanche time, come on, grab your friends. We're going to the playoffs again with Nate the dog and Gabe the big. The fun isn't over yet. It is Avalanche time.